behalf of Samskriti Foundation, I, Dr. Vivek Modi, extend a warm and cordial welcome to our Honorable Governor, sir. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for your august presence here. We have among us on the dais, in the center, Honorable Governor, sir, Sri Vishnudev Vermaji. On his right, we have Major General Rakesh Manochaji, who is GOC of TASA, Telangana and Andhra sub-area. We have Brigadier Shailendra Singh ji on the right of General Manochaji, Lieutenant General Major General Rakesh Manochaji, and on the right of Brigadier Shailendra Singh ji, we have Srimati Bhagwati Baldevaji. On the left of Honorable Governor, sir, we have Dr. C. Uma Maheshwar Rao ji, Honorable Chairman of Samskriti Foundation. On the left of Dr. Uma Maheshwar Rao ji, we have Lieutenant General Ramchandra Rao ji, a veteran senior army officer. And on the left of General Ramchandra Rao, we have Dr. W. G. Prasanna Kumar ji, a senior social scientist and co-convener of Samskriti Foundation. Now, before we proceed all our events, we always do Deep Prajalan in line with our traditions. So I invite all the dignitaries on the dais for Deep Prajalan. I request Anupama ji to help with the Deep Prajalan, and I also invite Subedar A.K. Pandey ji to recite the mantra.
हरि ओम मानो भद्राः कपवो यन्तो विशतो दभाषो यपरीतास उद्भिदाः देवानो यथा विधेयशन्न प्रायुः रक्षितारो दिवे दिवे देवानां भद्राशु मतिर्यूयतम् देवानां गौरातिरभिनो निवरततम् देवानां गौं सख्यमुपसेदिमा वयम् देवानयायुः प्रतिरन्तु जीवशेतान् पुरवया निविदाहु महे वयं भगं मित्रमदितिं दक्षमस्तिधम् अर्यमणं वरुणगं सोममस्मिना सरस्वती नः सुभगामस्कर्ता तन्नो वातो मयो भुवातु भेखजन्तन्माता पृथिवी तत्पितद्यौः रावाणः सोमसुतो मयो भुवक् द्रक्ष्मिणा शृणुतम्माधिग्नजाजुवं मातमीशानं जगतस्फुष्पतिन्धिजञ्जिन् वमसे होमहे वयं मा पूकानो यथा वेदसानुधे रक्षितः पायुर्दब्धः स्वस्तये स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृधस्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूका विश्ववेदाः स्वनुतारचो वरिष्णेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु शान्तिः शान्तिः सुशान्तिर्भवतु।
Now, after Deep Prajalan, we'll have introduction of Samskriti Foundation by our co-convener, Dr. W. G. Prasanna Kumar ji, who is a senior social scientist and former chairman of Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Rural Education. I invite Dr. Prasanna Kumar ji to introduce Samskriti Foundation to all.
माननीय राज्यपाल जी श्री विष्णुदेव बर्मन जी, आज के विशिष्ट अतिथिगण साथ में जो हमारे साथ है वो लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल रामचंद्र राव जी रिटायर्ड, मेजर जनरल राकेश मनोचा जी who's GOC for TASA. We have Brigadier Shailendra Singh ji, who's on the dais along with us, श्रीमती भगवती महेश बालद्वा जी, और हमारे चेयरमैन श्री सी उमा महेश्वर राव जी, students from various colleges in Hyderabad, and आर्मी ऑफिसर्स, सीनियर ऑफिसर्स, यहाँ के ट्रेनिंग में, EOC में ट्रेनिंग में उपस्थित जवान और अग्निवीर, आप सबको आज रक्षाबंधन शुभ अवसर पर शुभकामनाएं। संस्कृति फाउंडेशन राखी फॉर सोल्जर्स का कार्यक्रम में आप सब लोगों को यहाँ पर जैसा बुलाया है, वैसा ही देश भर में 24 लोकेशंस में, आर्मी यूनिट्स में, फॉरवर्ड एरियाज में भी रक्षाबंधन का कार्यक्रम के लिए हमने 5000 से ज्यादा राखी भेजी है, और वहां पर भी आज के दिन शुभ अवसर पर रक्षाबंधन का कार्यक्रम चल रहा है। और यहाँ पर हैदराबाद में हमारे पास 14 जगह पर यूनिट्स पे ये काम आज के दिन में ये त्योहार मनाया जा रहा है। संस्कृति फाउंडेशन में कल्चरल लीडरशिप सेंटर्स स्टूडेंट्स के माध्यम से कल्चरल एक्टिविटीज प्रमोट करना है, कल्चरल लीडरशिप एक्टिविटीज प्रमोट करना है। और ऐसे त्योहार जो हम लोग देश भर में हम लोग जिसमें ज्वाइन करते हैं, वैसे त्योहार में स्टूडेंट्स को ज्वाइन करना है, स्टूडेंट्स को ट्रेनिंग देना है, ये काम करती है। कल्चरल लीडरशिप सेंटर्स के जरिए ये राखी फॉर सोल्जर्स हर श्रावण पौर्णिमा के दिन होता है। और इस कार्यक्रम में यहाँ पर कार्यक्रम आयोजन करने के लिए first thoughts came from the Honorable Governor Sir himself. He said, I would like to be part of the cantonment area with the armed forces people and the young students, and we can have the function in a place like this where it will be festive and also it will have the local decor and army discipline. स्टूडेंट्स को जैसा शिक्षा के साथ में हमको डिसिप्लिन भी सीखना है, तो डिसिप्लिन सीखने के लिए यहाँ पर आते हैं हम लोग। यहाँ पर जो हर एक काम जो क्रम शिक्षण से चलता है, वो देखकर हमको ये पता चलता है कि देश का रक्षा करने वाले कितना डिसिप्लिन होते हैं और उनसे हमको क्या सीखना है। और उनको हम राखी बांधते हुए आज के दिन बोलते हैं कि हम आपकी रक्षा करते हैं और आप हमारी रक्षा करते हैं, दोनों मिलते हैं और देश की रक्षा करते हैं। Friends, we have a people's governor with us. He is a poet also. He is a sculptor also. And he is into writing books also. He has written books for children. And he is a person who is a chief secretary's son. So he is a person with a varied background and very, very kind heart, very sensitive person, sensitive to the needs of the citizens. He's been formerly the Deputy CM of Tripura also. Coincidentally, today we have संस्कृति फाउंडेशन का आज का यहाँ पर जो कार्यक्रम हो रहा है, वैसे ही त्रिपुरा में हो रहा है, जहाँ से हमारे माननीय राज्यपाल जी पधारे यहाँ पर। वहाँ के गवर्नर यहाँ से गए हैं, इंद्रसेना रेड्डी जी, माननीय इंद्रसेना रेड्डी जी, वहाँ पर भी कार्यक्रम हो रहा है। तो संस्कृति फाउंडेशन का यही इच्छा है कि हम देश भर में स्टूडेंट्स को डिसिप्लिन के साथ में कल्चरल डिसिप्लिन भी सिखाए, और कल्चरल डिसिप्लिन सिखाने के लिए कल्चरल लीडरशिप सेंटर का माध्यम हम इस्तेमाल करें, यूज करें। तो वो देश भर में चल रहा है, और आप सब लोगों को ये कार्यक्रम में आज के दिन भाग लेने के लिए आप सब लोगों को शुभकामनाएं, धन्यवाद।
Before I invite our next speaker, Lieutenant General Ramchandra Rao, PVSM, AVSM and VSM. I would like to give a brief introduction. Lieutenant General Ramchandra Rao is a highly respected veteran officer in the Indian Army, known for his exemplary service and leadership. Over his distinguished military career, Lieutenant General Rao has held various key positions, contributing significantly to national security and defense strategies. Beyond his military duties, Lieutenant General Ramchandra Rao has also been involved in various initiatives aimed at promoting education and leadership among the youth, emphasizing the importance of discipline, integrity, and service to the nation. His contributions continue to inspire many in the defense community and across the nation. I now request Lieutenant General Ramchandra Rao to please come.
Honorable Governor of Telangana, Sri Jishnudev Vermaji, and my fellow Indians, elders as well as younger. It's an exceptionally very good morning to you all, Shubhodaya. We have gathered here today to celebrate Raksha Bandhan, a particularly important and prominent festival of our mighty nation. This festival cuts across a lot of caste, creed, religion. It has no barriers. It's celebrated across the entire country. So today, as I've already been explained to you earlier, just to recap, we take a vow for the safety of our sisters and to ensure that they are safe in this country. So at this juncture, it's important that we commemorate this very important festival and day to the junior doctor trainee who has been a victim of the circumstances in Kolkata. She has lost her life performing the duty which she was performing to the best of her ability. It's extremely sad to find such incidents continue to happen and take place in this country, wherein we boast of a huge civilization, 8,000 odd years, maybe even 10,000 years, if at all we go back to the Holocene period. I think we need to certainly put our heads down in shame for what has happened in Kolkata. And to take up this issue of safety of females, I think is one of the benchmarks when we look at are we a developed nation or are we a developing nation. This is one of the very important benchmarks. So it's very painful to find such heinous crimes are committed in places of what I call worship. Why I call hospital a worship is, this is one place I think where not only the patients, the relatives, the doctors, everybody continuously 24/7 prays to God. So these are the place of worship, and it's very sad to find that this has happened in such a location. What is further agonizing or painful is that the entire government machinery there, including the police, as also the very institution where she was serving, has not been cooperative. Many efforts have been made possibly to hide the truth. And it is shameful and unforgivable to find that the institution had gone possibly to the extent of even hiding the truth. So I dedicate this year again to say that to this junior doctor who has lost her life. Let us all speak and sing in unison that we will practice what we preach. When we talk of Raksha Bandhan, when we say that we are going to take care of our sisters, it's important that we all carry this with a huge conviction and put it into effect. Let us all resolve that we will respect such a holy relationship and shoulder our responsibilities to guard our sisters from the cruelties of the perverted and disoriented antisocial elements. We are also privy to the incident which has happened in Telangana, not long ago in 2019 when Dr. Reddy, again a veterinary doctor, was a victim. Let us all resolve that akin to the devotion of the armed forces at the ever live and dangerous borders, we as Bharati continue to maintain the sanctity of Raksha Bandhan and protect our citizens at all costs. At the end, I would like to conclude by thanking, commending, and complimenting the Sanskriti Foundation and the organization committee for creation of such an event, sustain it over the years, and in the bargain, glorify the great Indian soldier. On behalf of Sanskriti Foundation as also the veteran fraternity, I would like to thank the Honorable Governor Sri Jishnudev Varmaji for having graced the occasion. Thank you very, very much. God bless you all. Jai Hind.
Our next speaker is Major General Rakesh Manocha, SMVSM. He is the General Officer Commanding of Telangana and Andhra Sub-area. Major General Manocha is a distinguished officer in the Indian Army, recognized for his outstanding service and leadership. Throughout his military career, Major General Manocha has held various important positions, playing a pivotal role in enhancing the operational effectiveness of the Army. In addition to his military accomplishments, Major General Manocha is also dedicated to the welfare of soldiers, advocating for their well-being and ensuring that their contributions are recognized and valued. His commitment to service extends beyond the battlefield as he actively engages in efforts to support the broader defense community and promote a sense of camaraderie and purpose among the troops. I now request Major General Manocha to address the gathering.
The Honorable Governor of Telangana, Jishnudev Varmaji, dignitaries on the dais, members of the foundation, the children from various colleges, and my own colleagues. I stand here today, second year in succession, to be the beneficiary of the benevolence which this foundation endows on us. The foundation, of what I have read and what I have experienced in my last 1.5 years here, and much earlier also, has very, very noble thoughts. These have been enunciated by the previous speakers, और मैं उसको दोबारा दोहराना नहीं चाहूँगा. लेकिन जो मेरे soldiers हैं, जो मेरे children who are here, to link up with your past, अपने past, अपने पुरानी जो पूर्वजों की दी हुई संस्कृति है, उसको कायम रखना किसी भी civilization के लिए बहुत निहायत जरूरी है. इस वर्दी में we are committed to the name of the country, to honor our past and keep our civilization ethos going through and through. We respect the values, we respect the honor which you give to us by today being amongst us and choosing this venue to tie Rakhi as symbolic for these 50 or 60 soldiers who are here, but in a larger sense, this play of things is happening across the country, as we mentioned. I have also been a beneficiary of this, your benevolence, when I have been in places which are much cut out. This Mohim has started, if I can say, about a decade to 2 decades back, and I have personally been in places where we have not been able to communicate with our home, but Rakhi for Soldiers has endured us to the love of the countrymen. We are also very grateful for the Honorable Governor to grace this occasion and be present in our midst, in our surroundings, sir. We had the same function last year in the Governor's house, and it is your desire and your larger thought of having it here, which we very, very fondly respect. Thank you so much, and thank you so much once again to the entire Sanskriti Foundation
for making this event as part of their five-pronged approach towards enhancing the cultural aspects of this country. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, before I invite Srimati Bhagwati Baldevaji for her address, I must briefly introduce. Srimati Bhagwati Baldevaji is from Rajasthan, a distinguished industrialist, a philanthropist, chairperson and managing director of Exorial and Kartikeya Group of Industries. They are into chemicals, biotechnology, textile, mining, and real estate. Now, what makes her special is while she comes from extremely humble background, from a rural background, fighting against all the odds, with only support from her father, making it big, from a small village, always being good at studies, not an English medium though, but coming here and ending up becoming the highest income tax payer and contributing towards the growth of the country. She has been a highest income tax payer for a payer since 2019 in 2 states. The reason I am highlighting this for not anything else but an encouragement to all the students here. You can wear sari, you can still address all the foreigners very confidently in the boardroom across many continents. You can still be very proud of your culture and you can progress. Bhagwati Baldevaji is also part of many NGOs in the leading positions. She is working a social activist also. She is working in different fields. She's told me to keep it short, so I would keep it short. With that short introduction of Srimati Baldevaji, I invite her for an address. Please.
भारत माता को वंदन करते हुए, मत भूलना किसी बहन का भाई खड़ा है सरहद पर, तभी खुशियों से हम मना रहे हैं रक्षाबंधन घर घर। संस्कृति फाउंडेशन द्वारा आयोजित आज इस राखी फॉर सोल्जर्स कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित तेलंगाना प्रदेश के प्रथम नागरिक श्रद्धेय गवर्नर साहब, और आज जब मैं इनको राखी बांधूंगी तो पूरे तेलंगाना प्रदेश की बहनों की तरफ से तेलंगाना प्रदेश के सभी भाइयों के प्रतीक के रूप में आज मैं आपको राखी बांधने वाली हूं। और बड़े सौभाग्य की बात है, जिनका सारा जीवन मां भारती की सेवा में समर्पित रहा है, ऐसे हमारे महामहिम के राखी बांधने के लिए आज मैं आभारी हूं संस्कृति फाउंडेशन का, जिन्होंने मुझे यहाँ आमंत्रित किया। साथ में संस्कृति फाउंडेशन के चेयरमैन उमा महेश्वर राव जी, वेतन लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल पी रामचंद्र राव जी, लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल राकेश मनोचा जी, ब्रिगेडियर शैलेंद्र सिंह जी, प्रसन्न कुमार जी, यहाँ सभागृह में उपस्थित सभी सीनियर ऑफिसर्स, जवान, मेरे बहनें, बेटियां। कितने सौभाग्य की बात है कि आज इतने सारे सीनियर सेना के ऑफिसर्स को राखी बांधने का हम बहनों को सौभाग्य मिल रहा है, क्योंकि इनके लिए अगर कहा जाए कि मिट गए तो भी रहती है दिल में वतन की उल्फत, मिट गए तो भी रहती है दिल में वतन की उल्फत, मौत भी इनसे पहले इनकी रजा मांगती है, सीमा से लेकर सड़क तक जिसके रखवाले आप जैसे शेरे जिगर हैं, आज देश की हर बहन आपकी सलामती की दुआ मांगती है। हमारी जैसा आदरणीय पी रामचंद्र राव जी कह रहे थे, हमारी संस्कृति में रक्षाबंधन तो प्रतीक है, ये केवल धागे नहीं है। रक्षाबंधन के धागे प्रतीक है विश्वास के, प्रतीक है स्नेह के, प्रतीक है हमारी संस्कृति के, प्रतीक है सुरक्षा के, प्रतीक है नारी के प्रति सम्मान के, प्रतीक है हमारे देश के प्रति समर्पण और श्रद्धा के। तो इन राखी को बांधते हुए यही मुझे लगता है कि ये कच्चा धागा नहीं, दिल का एहसास है। ये रिश्ता दुनिया के हर रिश्ते से खास है। हम बहनों को डरने की जरूरत क्या है? हम बहनों को डरने की जरूरत क्या है जब हमारा सैनिक भाई सरहद से यहाँ तक हमारे आसपास है। ये बात सही है, जैसा जनरल साहब ने कहा, लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल साहब ने, आज जो कलकत्ता में दुर्दांत हमारी डॉक्टर बहन के साथ जो दुर्दांत घटना हुई है, सारा देश उससे आंदोलित है, सारा देश उससे स्तब्ध है। और दुख ज्यादा तब हो जाता है जब पर्टिकुलर मशीनरी उन दुर्दांत हत्यारों को, उन लोगों को बचाने की कोशिश करते हैं। और इस परिस्थिति से निजात पाने का एक ही तरीका है, जब आप और हम एक साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर खड़े रहें और हम प्रण लें कि ऐसा वहां हुआ होगा, आगे से किसी भी बेटी के साथ ऐसा ना हो, किसी की भी बहन के साथ ऐसा नहीं हो। इसलिए राखी के पर्व पर आज हम संकल्प लेते हैं। मैं यहाँ हमारे जो जितने भी सेना के ऑफिसर्स हैं उनके माध्यम से संकल्प सारी बहनों की सुरक्षा का लेते हैं। और यहाँ मेरी बेटियां भी हैं और उनको संबोधित नहीं करूं, युवा बेटियों को मैं उनसे यही कहूंगी, बेटियां, हम हमारी संस्कृति का संवहन करके भी हम अपने आप को स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाना है। हमारी संस्कृति में महिलाएं सदैव से स्ट्रॉन्ग थी, है और रहेगी। हम कहीं से भी कमजोर नहीं है, कहीं से भी अपने आप को कम मत आंकना। अपनी सुरक्षा हम स्वयं करने के लिए तैयार हमें रहना होगा। वैसे तो कहते हैं महिलाएं खूबसूरत होती है या उसी तरीके से उनका मापदंड किया जाता है, पर मुझे लगता है आप लोगों के लिए मेरे जीवन में जो मैंने सीखा छोटे से सूत्र कि खूबसूरत दिखना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। खूबसूरत दिखना कौन सी बड़ी बात है? बस थोड़ा सा साहस, थोड़ी सी सादगी, थोड़ा सा आत्मविश्वास, मेहनत से लक्ष्य साधना और काम हो निस्वार्थ, मन में हो शांति, और मन में हो शांति, होठों पे हो मुस्कुराहट। करके तो देखो दुनिया दीवानी हो जाएगी, करके तो देखो दुनिया दीवानी हो जाएगी। ये मेकअप, ये महंगे कपड़े, ये गहने, ये बाहरी चीजें तो सिर्फ शोभा बढ़ाती है। असली सुंदरता, असली खूबसूरती तो हमारे चरित्र से आती है। आप सबको रक्षाबंधन की पुनः बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं, और बेटियों से आग्रह है कि हमारा चरित्र इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग हो, हमारे चरित्र में इतना दम हो कि कहीं भी कोई भी एट्रोसिटी हम पर न हो सके। संस्कृति फाउंडेशन का, भाई विवेक जी का और राम बाबू जी का और सारे पदाधिकारियों का, कार्यकर्ताओं का बहुत बहुत आभार। पुनः आप लोगों ने मुझे यहाँ बुलाया, आप लोगों से मुखातिब होने का अवसर दिया, और इतना शानदार रक्षाबंधन का त्योहार हमारे राज्यपाल महोदय के साथ और सारे सेना के ऑफिसर्स के साथ राखी बांधने का जो अवसर दिया है, उसके लिए बहुत बहुत आभार। जय हिंद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। So I'm sure all the girls would have felt a pinch of inspiration from our presence and kind words. Now I'm going to invite our chairman, Dr. C. Uma Maheshwar Rao ji, retired IAS officer. He has served in many prominent positions in government with an illustrious career as the officer of Indian Administrative Services. He was Chief Secretary to the Chief Minister of United Andhra Pradesh. He was also a member of Pay Revision Commission. Presently, he is probably more busy than all of us in the foundation, even after running a retired life. He has been a prominent proponent of education reforms, working in that area. Also, an avid reader. We keep getting a lot of inspiration, a lot of knowledge, a lot of ideas about things, clarity in his presence. His commitment, his focus, and his mention on always about integrity makes us upright, makes us feel doing more and more for the society. All the people in Sanskriti Foundation, we all work as volunteers in the leadership of Dr. C. Uma Maheshwar Rao. I invite Honorable Chairman Sir for his address.
Honorable Governor Sri Vishnudev Sharma ji and other dignitaries on the dais. I just recite a sloka which we used to sing during our prayer in the school days. It is taken from a Sanskrit classic known as Guru Charitra. Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatītam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvam Ashyadi Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatītam Triguna-rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Having said that, India has a glorious past, a glorious civilizational ethos. We are celebrating today Rakhi all over the country. The depth of the commitment of this festival hit me very strongly yesterday night when my driver asked me, "Sir, I will need 2 days leave." I asked why. "Sir, I have to go to my village for celebrating Rakhi and also take my children to their brothers for tying Rakhi." So it is very much live in the rural areas, not only in the urban areas. This was a sort of an opening to me. Not only this, when Honorable Governor suggested that we go and conduct this program in the cantonment, he told me that some of these festivals need not have to be confined to the auditoriums and classrooms, but they can be taken into the field. Once you want to take it to the field, whole Bharat is before you. So it gave me an idea that we have to expand to go into the villages also, not only in towns, to celebrate this festival and enable the local people to understand the importance of this and strengthen the bonds of culture in the country, across the country, across the length and breadth of this country. Now, it's a wonder how we have this celebration for centuries together, how we sustain this, notwithstanding the fact the country was invaded and ruled by others for more than 1,000 years. Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, in his magnum opus major book on Indian philosophy, analyzes this issue at that place and says, this country has operationalized the abstract philosophy through various itihasas, epics and Puranas. Puranas and itihasas gave us characters through which we have learned to live the values of our philosophy. All the principles of Upanishads and Vedas are encumbered in Bhagavad Gita and also in various itihasas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavata and other Puranas through characters, live characters, so make it interesting. As a result of this, it has embedded into the system of this country, ethos of this country, psyche of this country, across the length and breadth, not just in towns, but in villages also. No other country was able to achieve this. No other country where abstract philosophy may be there, they were not able to operationalize it on a mass level the way we were able to succeed in this country. We should feel proud that they have been able to create. Our rishis and elders have thought of this, how to sustain this in this country. It means for sustenance, the roots for this have been laid thousands and thousands of years back. It's just our job to maintain it, to continue it. Culture does not continue without practicing it. As the earlier speakers have mentioned it, practice is what preserves it. So the more we practice, the more we preserve it. We can start slowly understanding why do these things once we start practicing it. That's how one of these festivals is celebrated in the colleges through the college students. We have several other activities we take to the colleges so that students understand what has been our culture, which for which they are not exposed. Unfortunately, in many of the schools and colleges today, they are not giving an exposition to the grand culture, the civilization ethos of this country. History does not include these things for whatever reasons. An effort is being made by Government of India now through the new education policy 2020 to bring in our cultural ethos and values also into the education system. Actually, Kothari Commission, which was constituted by the then government in 1960s, has indicated in its recommendations that the intellectuals of this country should shift their center of gravity from Western Europe to India. But nobody bothered about it. It continued like that. But the first time in NEP 2020, the document says education should be Bharat centric. Without knowing your country, without knowing your ethos, without knowing the values embedded in the country, what is that you learn? So we have been learning anything else other than the important things in this country for the last 70 years. So hopefully, with the new education policy, which is still in implementation stage now, operation is being operationalized, we'll be able to take it to our children across the breadth and country, our culture and ethos, and with the enthusiasm and encouragement from you. The moment we suggested to the Honorable Governor about this program, he was quite enthusiastic. It was very infectious. The enthusiasm was infectious. That's how I think we decided immediately that we should also organize this in Tripura, and we have succeeded in organizing in Tripura. Maybe we slowly spread to all the adherents in the country, and through them to the society, and the importance of this will start carrying greater and greater meaning in the coming years. I thank the Governor and the various dignitaries who have found time, they have given valuable time to be part of this celebration, and it gives us confidence and also encouragement to move forward into other areas, unreached areas, unspoken areas, and that definitely we will try to attempt this with all your blessings and good wishes. I am confident we will succeed in that. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Now, before I invite Honorable Governor, sir, I would just like to give a brief intro. Shri Jishnudev Vermaji, Honorable Governor of Telangana, has had many prominent positions prior to his role as a governor. He has been the Deputy Chief Minister of Tripura and many other prominent positions in government. He is known for his focus and emphasis on economic development, rural welfare, infrastructure projects, contributing to the state's progress. As our convener Dr. W.G. Prasanna Kumarji told, his different facets of personality. He is also a poet, a writer. He is having a deep understanding of social and cultural differences and varieties of India, and that experience he brings into governance. We are so fortunate to have him, the governor of our state, Telangana. His leadership is characterized by his deep understanding of social cultural system and proactive approach to addressing the needs of the people. In fact, this is quite in alignment of one of the mottos of Sanskriti Foundation, that our policies must be in alignment with the culture of this nation. And Shri Jishnudev Vermaji is a role model for that kind of policies. He's proponent of that. His role as a governor is pivotal in guiding the state through the ongoing development and maintaining the harmony in its diverse social fabric. With this, I invite Honorable Governor Sir for his address. Please.
My namaskar to all of you. On the dais, Dr. C. Umashi Swara Rao, IAS retired Chairman, Sanskriti Foundation. Lieutenant General Ramachandra Rao, EVSM, AVSM, VSM, retired. Major General Rakesh Manocha, SM, VSM, GOC, TASA. Bhagwati Mahesh Balwa, Chairperson MD of Axorial and Kartikeya Group of Industries. Dr. M. Prabhakar Rao, Chairman, NSL Group. Brigadier Shailendra Singh, Commandant AOC Center. Special greetings to all the girls and defense personnel assembled here, and to all the college students and the organizer Sanskriti Foundation. I actually, when this Sanskriti Foundation chairman came to see me in Raj Bhavan, he gave me two options. He told me that Rakhi could be celebrated in Raj Bhavan as it was done previously, or we could go to the cantonment. And I then told him, since we are talking of Raksha Bandhan, Raksha, where every brother promises his sister that I will protect you, because Krishna protection. Raksha Bandhan is a symbol of protection. The Rakhi or the Raksha Dhaga as we call it is a symbol of protection. Let us have it in the cantonment. So here we are here today on this glorious day of Raksha Bandhan. We are here to celebrate Rakhi here. And Sanskriti Foundation has been doing very good work. I went through the literature they gave me, and I had interacted with them also. The word Sanskriti, actually we try to translate everything into English. The trouble with us, we look for an equivalent in English for everything. But the word Sanskriti has no English equivalent. We say it is culture. The word culture actually comes from the Latin cult of following. But the Indian Sanskriti is not a cult. It is not a cult. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, Jnana Vijnana Sahitam. Means Sanskriti is Jnana and Vijnana put together. It is, as we realize, the soul of India. Sanskriti is the soul of India. As the chairman of Sanskriti Foundation was saying, that for 700, 800, 900 years, this country was ruled by other people. Yes, we were indeed ruled, but India was never defeated. Because the Sanskriti stayed intact. And we showed the world, that you could be plundered, you could be stolen, people could steal things from India, take them abroad, they would come for spices, they would come for silk, they would come for so many other things to India, for gold, for silver, the Kohinoor diamond, whatever you call it. But India cannot be defeated, because unless you accept defeat, there is no defeat. India showed the world that unless you accept defeat, there is no defeat. So even after 900 years of ruling by others, being ruled by others, we still have our Sanskriti almost intact. And as the chairman Sahab was saying, though in textbooks, you will always find battles, where we have lost. The battle of Panipat, the third battle of Panipat, and so on and so. We know more about the French Revolution and the Russian Revolution than we know about our own self. We have not looked at the mirror for a long time. We have looked through binoculars towards Europe and America. We have used binoculars for most of the time. We have not looked at the mirror. So it is a time to look at the mirror now, to find out who we are. It is a time to feel the glory that we symbolize. The society as a whole, Indian society as a whole, symbolizes. We should feel the diversity of our country. Today we are celebrating Rakhi here. We are celebrating in Tripura also. We talk of unity and diversity. It is not something that is given to us by an English author or English saying, dictum, unity in diversity. It has been there in the Rig Veda. Ekam sat vipravoda badanti. The truth is one. But it has been interpreted in many ways by the learned and the knowledgeable people have interpreted the truth in many ways. Some may be acceptable to some, other way may be acceptable to someone. So that is why there is diversity. And many think that when we speak of, unity, we are speaking of uniformity. There cannot be no uniformity in society because there is no uniformity in nature either. There are different kind of flowers, different kind of fruits, different kind of climates, different kind of weather. There's so much diversity in nature. So we can't go against nature. We are not saying that everything should be uniform and homogeneous. We are saying that this diversity can find a unity and can find a unity in our culture. There is a thread that binds us together, that we are Indians. Like in a lovely garland, you will have flowers of all type, roses, you will have different colors, different marigolds, but they strung together in a single thread. So when we speak of unity, we speak of that kind of unity, where diversity is strung together in a garland, a beautiful garland, on a string of our Indian Sanskriti. So I am very grateful to Sanskriti Foundation for organizing Raksha Bandhan, and you see this unity in diversity today. We are celebrating here in Telangana. It is being celebrated in Tripura, Northeast. It is being celebrated in Rajasthan. There is a bond. And because there was a bond, that's why India was never defeated. India could not be defeated. They may have plundered, but they never ruled our hearts. Otherwise, India wouldn't have remained as a Bharat today. Most of the countries that have been subjugated by the Europeans or by the other forces, by Portuguese, French or other forces, have changed completely. But India has remained as this. Today we still have Deepavali, we still have Raksha Bandhan, we still have Ganesh Chaturthi. It's got its own way of Raksha, of creating Raksha for itself. Our Sanskriti has an inbuilt protective energy which protects itself. No one can say, I protected Indian culture. No group or no man or no woman or no powerful man can say that I protected Indian culture. भारतीयता को मैंने प्रोटेक्शन दिया, मैंने दिया सुरक्षा. हमारे संस्कृति में ही सुरक्षा है. Our culture knows how to protect itself. And the greatest symbol of that protection is today the Raksha Bandhan, where the sister ties a piece of thread on the brother's hand as a symbol of protection. She prays to God or to the Almighty, protect my brother, and the brother says, I will protect you. That is how the Samaj protected hota hai. That is how the society gets protected. And in turn, the nation gets protected. So this is a very beautiful day, and symbols play a great part in our life. A smile is nothing but a symbol. A teardrop is nothing but a symbol. A smile is a symbol. It doesn't have words, but you know when the person smiles at you. When someone sheds a teardrop, you know he or she is in pain. So symbols play a great part in our life. In our everyday life, in our human interactions with each other. In every facet of our life, symbols play a great part. And Raksha Bandhan is a very powerful symbol. And I am happy that today, as a governor of this Telangana state, I have been able to come to the cantonment and celebrate Raksha Bandhan with the army personnel, with the college students. And I have told the chairman we should take it further. Let that bandhan stretch. Let that bandhan spread. That bandhan of love, respect. That bandhan of looking at each other through the eyes of compassion. Let it spread everywhere. So I thank you all for being here, and we will surely meet again since I am here as governor. And it was a very nice experience to be in this cantonment. Thank you so much. Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir, for those words of wisdom. Samskriti doesn't equal to culture. There is no equal word. इसीलिए हम इसको संस्कृति फाउंडेशन बोलते हैं, कल्चर फाउंडेशन नहीं बोलते हैं शायद, बिकॉज इट डजंट इवन suit. Also, it's about Gyan, Vigyan, the idea of unity, not uniformity, and many other words of wisdom. Thank you so much, sir, for your address. Now, before we move on to vote of thanks and then celebrating Rakhi, we will be felicitating the Honorable Governor and all the dignitaries on the dais. I request our Chairman, sir, to felicitate Honorable Governor, sir, with Bharat Mata picture, Tulasi plant, and the moment. Picture of Bharat Mata, symbolizing Mother India. You are the children of Mother India. Token of our gratitude, sir. Now I invite Lieutenant General Ramchandra Rao ji to felicitate Major General Rakesh Manocha ji. Thank you so much, sir, for your presence. I invite our convener, Dr. W.G. Prasanna Kumar ji, to felicitate Brigadier Shailendra Singh. Commandant AOC, thank you so much, sir, for your presence. I invite our director Naga Prashanti ji to felicitate Srimati Bhagwati Baldeva. Thank you, ma'am, for your presence. Now it is time for me to give a vote of thanks before we start celebrating the Raksha Bandhan for soldiers. First of all, our deepest gratitude to our Honorable Governor Vishnudev Verma ji for happily, readily agreeing to be part of this function, to inspire us with his kind words, to spare some time from his busy schedule. Sir, from Samskriti Foundation, we express our deepest gratitude for your presence, sir. And we also promise, as he told, we need to take it forward, and we will take it forward, sir. Thank you so much. I express my gratitude and thanks to Major General Manoj Aji for again readily agreeing. Last year also, sir was there, encouraging us. This sometimes words cannot define when we get the support from our armed forces, because there are many roadblocks in creating an event like this. But still, getting the support, a positive note, it encourages all of us volunteers from Sanskriti Foundation to see that something can be done and we can win the trust and we can bring some positive impact on our student. So General Manoj, Major General Manoj, thank you so much, sir, for your cooperation and guidance for this event. I'd also like to thank Commandant AOC, Brigadier Shailendra Singh ji, for his presence here and for his support for the event. Thank you so much, sir. From Sanskriti Foundation, we express our gratitude. Srimati Bhagwati Baldeva ji, again, readily agreeing to be present here despite her busy schedule. She is supposed to travel abroad, but she somehow accommodated this program. I express my thankfulness to Madam for being present here, and I'm sure the students, especially girls students, must have felt the inspiration that how we can carry our culture and still scale heights, still achieve so much. I forgot to mention one product of Ashwagandha, what she does. That is also part of Indian culture from Ayurveda. World's best Ashwagandha, and was also appreciated by Honorable Prime Minister in his Mann Ki Baat. So I once again thank you, ma'am, for your presence here. I would like to thank all senior officers from Army. I would just like to mention a few, and please pardon me if my memory doesn't serve to name all. I would like to thank Colonel Lavdeep Singh ji for helping us with this event and supporting us, Lieutenant Colonel Mithun ji from TASA, Colonel Manoj ji of AOC, Major General Basera ji from AOC, Major Aman Kundu, and Major Aman Kundu AOC to Honorable Governor and other officers present here. I cannot let go mentioning the presence of other dignitaries here. Sir, we have here presence of senior educationists, chairpersons, secretaries, principals from prominent colleges of the Twin Cities, and we express our deep gratitude for your presence here. All the students, faculty members, today is the festival. Many of you may be celebrating at your home also, but still you made your presence here. So I express my deepest gratitude for that. I'd like to just make few other mentions. Sri Krishna Kishore Shastri ji, former Commissioner, Income Tax, thank you so much, sir, for your presence. Sri Vishal Goyal ji, Sri Srimati Vandana Goyal ji, Himanshi Goyal, Kumari Aditi Shrimal, Sri Arvind Shrimal ji, prominent industrialist, and many other prominent people from the society. Our thanks to you for your presence. Last but not the least, our friends from the press and media, thank you so much for covering this positive event. We find very few people covering a positive event. Negativity attracts somehow, and we appreciate your presence here. Thank you so much. And at the end, the entire volunteer family of Sanskriti Foundation, the kind of work they have done in last few weeks is phenomenal. They are all volunteers. Nobody takes anything. They all believe in giving. in the inspiring leadership of our chairman and other members from the foundation. So my deepest gratitude to all of them for their contribution. And all the students, of course, students part of it, you made it happen. You came here and tied Rakhis to Jawans. Or you are going to tie Rakhi to Jawan now. And I'm sure you'll remember this memorable moment. So thank you once again, one and all, for this event, the organizers here, people who supported, everyone. And if I've forgotten anyone, please forgive me. But our thanks to each and everyone who has made this possible. Thank you. Now we'll proceed for celebration of Rakhi. So I invite Srimati Bhagwati Baldwani. I also invite Annapurna ji from our foundation family, and I invite Naga Prashanti ji. So Annapurna ji, you would, please do tilakam for all the honorable guests. I also request Anupama Shah ji to help in. Celebrating Rakhi, reminding us our duties, a commitment to serve each other, a commitment to protect each other, a commitment to take our country ahead, keep our duties ahead of our rights. A symbol of protecting each other, a symbol of fraternity, and a symbol which deeply reminds us about our patriotic duties. I think we can all give a warm round of applause for this. All the Jawans in the audience, now it is your turn immediately after this. You might be waiting for your Rakhis and sweets. So it's on the way. As the Rakhi is tied to Dr. W.G. Prasanna Kumar ji, I would request following this, all the Jawans and the girls and the female faculty members can raise. Female faculty members can raise, and then they can turn around and tie the Rakhis to the Jawans adjacent to you just after this gets completed. This Raksha Sutra reminds us of our duties towards the nation, duties towards a fellow citizen, our commitment to fraternity, our commitment to unity, not uniformity. Thank you so much. Now I request all the Jawans and the ladies, girls, students kindly raise. All the girl students can turn around and tie the Rakhis to the Jawans adjacent to you. And as you let the chairs fold so that it would be convenient, that the camera people can kindly cover this.